Welcome everybody. Today we will be talking about the top 10 non-legendary dices. So we'll be talking today for the top 10 non-legendaries. Then we'll be looking at the top 5 legendaries for next time. Then we're looking at the worst dices as well. We will also, I got a request like a few weeks ago about I should do a new tier list because the new dices have came in. Dices have been buffed and nerfed and so on. So that will be coming in future as well. So right now on this list, what I took as consideration or as rating for the dices is in every aspect. So PvP, co-op, crew battle, and random arena. So, and I did like a simple, just a simple evaluation. So the parts for the evaluation is just like good, okay, and bad. So it's just simple as easy. So on the 10th place we got the mind dice. So the mind dice, what does it do? It gives you per interval certain amount of SP. It depends on what class you have. Your mind, it gives you SP. And the cooldown is 5-6 seconds. It's for me right now, but for you it might be higher because your mine isn't class 13, or if your mine is higher, then your cooldown is lower, of course. So we're looking at mine dice. Mine dice isn't really good for PvP, that's why I got a bad. For co-op and support decks is very good, that's why I got a good mark. Then for random arena, if you don't have the choice, it's okay, but it shouldn't be the dice you should go for. But if there's a better choice, that's why I put it okay. And for crew battle, I think it's bad. The better dice sacrifice. Yeah, it's the better SP dice for crew battle. Now coming to the 9th place. We got poison dice. Poison dice also very good. So every dice on the list, even though it's top 10, every dice are very good. I think there are 31 non-legendary dice in the game, so poison dice also very good. So for the poison, what does it do? It infects the monsters and it deals damage to them as well, but it has also a poison damage. So for mine, class 13 poison damage is 110, and it does damage over time as well. So the poison, the rating for the PvP, I said it's okay. So it's more for beginners. So poison, you play PvP in beginners. Later on, poison does not do enough. That's why I just put it okay. For co-op, I haven't seen anyone really playing with poison co-op because the damage is fixed. It does not matter of how many dots you got. It just targets more enemies or more monsters, should I say. So it's bad. For random arena, it's okay. Just like PvP, it's okay. And for co-op, crew battle, it's very good because you already know poison is one of the top decks with poison or with modified. Yeah. So poison, it's decent. You can play it when you're a beginner. Later on, you might switch poison out for better dice. So now coming to the 8th place. It's infection, similar to poison but different. So it also targets monsters and affect them, but it does not do damage continually like poison. It infects them, and when the monsters die, then they infect the whole place, and every monster that passes through that infected place gets damage. So the poison, so this one does not do any basic damage, and the poison damage is 135. I can class it up, but I'm not going to class it up because I don't have gold. So at class 12 it does 135. So now coming to the evaluation. So what points did the infection got from my side? So in PvP I give it a very good. So I give it a 1 point. So yeah, the points is just for myself. So I give it a good. It's good in beginners and even mid game. It's good. You can play it with Iron or with Typhoon or with Mighty Wind. I saw many decks with that dice. Then for co-op, I said it's okay, but there are actually better things out there, so you don't really need to play faction. But if you don't have anything better, you can still play it. Then for crew battle, I said it's good because when you got a DPS dice, this one can help as a supportive. And for crew battle, I said bad. I don't see any player playing it, and the monsters there are a lot. So yeah, you shouldn't go play infection in crew battle. Play better dice. For example, poison. I think poison is one of the first dice to get in the game, so everybody should have poison. So now coming to the 7th place. The 7th place is Iron. Iron also a very good dice. It targets the monster with the highest HP, and also when it targets bosses, mini bosses counts as well. It does double damage, and the base damage is 220. It's very high. It's a little bit 1 second per hit, but it doesn't matter. It's strongest. Can be used in Torn decks with Mighty Winds, so he's mostly used as secondary DPS. So one does the front attack and he will do the strongest attack. It's just to combine. It's still a very good dice. So Iron dice in PvP, I say it's good, very good. Mid game, early game, useful. In co-op, I would say it's okay, but you don't really have to play it. Random Arena, also okay. I mean, good to okay. Yeah, it's between that. And for crew battle, I say it's okay as well. I mean, you can play it, but if you don't have any team battle, you can play it. But yeah, I think you can play it with Thorn, Iron, Sacrifice, Joker, and Growth. But if you don't have the legendaries, of course, you can play other decks. Anyway, let's continue to the 6th place. On the 6th place, we got Mighty Wind, one of the most popular dices for long legendaries. So Mighty Wind, it's similar to Typhoon. It transforms every 7 seconds. It transforms and it's getting stronger. It's getting faster, I should say. And the transform duration right now for my dice is 5.4 seconds. Right now the current speed is 0.6 seconds, so getting faster, so it's very fast. And now taking the evaluation to the PvP and the other areas. So for Mighty Wind, I give for PvP good to very good, useful in early game, mid game, end game, maybe less because Typhoon is the better version of Mighty Wind. For co-op, I would say yeah, it's okay. I mean, you can play the Mighty Wind Hell. I did it, and I think it got with 50 something. It was strong, but I think because of my crit damage, but still it's strong. That's why I said it's okay. For Random Arena, it's good. One of the dices that can work alone as DPS. And for crew battle, I would say there are better things out there, like Typhoon, like I said earlier. So now coming to the 5th place. So the 5th place is the crit dice. So crit dice increases the crit rate of your nearby dices. So the dice which are connected to it, getting the crit buff. So mine is right now at class 13, so it gives 10% crit buff. It's okay, and with each power up, it gives you 1 addition, so it can go up to 14%. I mean, the how you call it, Pantheon Battlefield gives already more than this dice, but that's a Battlefield that's only available for class 20 players. Okay, and now taking the evaluation of the critical dice, it's called the crit dice. So in PvP, it's very good. It's been used in, well, early game I won't advise. I would say mid game, end game players should be playing critical dice. Early game, it can be hard. I advise more for mid and end game players. Co-op, also very good. Why it's very good? It's important for combo players. I know they can play Luna, but if they don't have Luna, they play crit when they want to play the 5th voyage. But I'm lazy with crit, that's why I decided to play the Pantheon, because it gives more crit. But with critical dice, you can have more dices from combo that have crit. Yeah, then you can say crit is a little bit better than the Battlefield when you take this as consideration. For random arena, I'd say it's okay, it depends on what dices you have. So sometimes it's good, sometimes not, so it can dead. It depends on what deck you have, but it's good. And for crew battle, no, it's not good. I mean, it can be good, but I think it's too much RNG in it, and you have to have a good field. No, don't play it in random arena. For other two aspects, very good, but random arena, don't play it. Crew battle, don't play it. Random arena, when you have a choice, maybe when it's the last pick and you know you have already a good deck, then pick critical dice. But if it's the first pick and you have between crit and some other things, maybe take a consideration taking the other dices over the crit dice. So now coming to the 4th place deck, dice, not deck. Fourth place is the modified electric. It's also very popular dice. I think the top 4 or top 5 are all popular, else they won't be on the list. Yeah. So the modified electric, what does it do? So it targets the monsters proportional to the dot number. So when you have 1 dot, it targets only 1 monster, but when you have 2 dots, 3 dots, it targets 2, 3 monsters, of course. So the more dots it got, the more monsters it targets. And the base damage is 16 of critical chain damage. It's higher than the base damage, so think about it. So more dots means more damage. So 2 dots versus 2 1 dots, it means that the 2 dot does more damage than the 2 1 dot, because the electric chain damage is higher than the base damage. Anyway, so let's come to the evaluation. So in PvP I give it a very good to good. It's the same, good, very good is the same. For co-op I would say it's okay. Not really players playing it because the damage is fixed. So co-op you don't want fixed damage unless it's percentage, and percentage is also not fixed because percentage it's getting stronger over time as the enemies get stronger, so it's different. For random arena I would say it's okay because there you can't play any growth, and you might play with summoner, but to get in the higher dot is harder than when you have your own PvP deck where you have supplement or whatever. But in random arena it won't be the case unless you are lucky. Yeah. And for crew battle, you already know it's one of the best decks out there with modified electric. And I heard the matches go on forever when you have mirror matches. So modified electric at the 4th place. Now coming to the 3rd place dice. It's the ice dice. I know you think ice dice, why ice dice? Ice dice is very good dice. Lots of players underestimate this dice, and it can help you at the beginning, early game, end game can help you as well. So, and also this is one of the dice you get at the beginning. It's very strong. So what does it do? So it targets the monster and decreases the speed movement. Yeah, I think this one is also a little bit better than Blizzard in certain situations when, yeah, Blizzard has the cooldown when it does its slow effects. This one does it every time when it hits the enemy. But the difference is Blizzard is AoE, targets all enemies, and Ice does target only the front. But still, I like Ice more than Blizzard in most situations. So now coming to the evaluation. For PvP, I give it 1, of course. It can help you in early game, mid game, even end game sometimes. Well, okay, I will say end game a little bit less. It depends on what is the meta season. So right now in the end game you don't see any ice, but early game, mid game, ice for sure. Can help you to win most battles. For co-op, also very good. You can, if you don't have Blizzard, you can still play ice. It's very good. I know against wave stages it won't be that much effective. Depends. But I think, yeah, but still ice is very good dice. Random arena, of course, very good. If you have the choice to choose ice, then choose ice. But for crew battle, you don't want any slow things on crew battle. You want to kill, or yeah, you want to kill. You don't want to slow things down. There's no lives where it goes around. It's an enemy count. So for that part is ice bad. So now coming to the second place. Can you guess already what's second place and what's first place? I think the first place you might already guess, but the second place, don't forget, laser dice. Laser dice is very strong. I think many people already forget it. I think there was a time where laser dice was very hyped. Everybody was playing laser dice, and laser dice did not get nerfed. It just not like people not playing it. But in crew battle, there was a time where everybody played laser dice. So laser dice is still very good. I would say laser dice. What does it do? So it attacks the enemy. So every 10th attack, it attacks now with a laser beam. Yeah, it's strong. And the laser beam. Look at the laser damage. So the base damage is 110 and the laser damage is 520. And it goes up with the power up as well. No, mine is class 13, but still it does times 5 the damage. And it is actually times 5. I just noticed the math. When I put 105 times 5, it's 520. So times 5 for the base damage. That's huge. And it is an AoE attack for every 10th hit. So 7-star laser is going to do that every time. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, so now coming to an evaluation of laser dice. PvP, do I have to ask? It's good, very good, can be played. I know players might do. I still see players play laser dice in endgame, and I think I might have lost to one. Maybe I can't remember because I played it in much PvP in the last month. Yeah, laser dice still very good. Co-op, it's okay because the damage is fixed, as I said, for the other dice as well. There's no percentage damage, so for the higher waves, when you get to stage 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 300, laser dice won't do anything. Yeah. So it's okay, can be used, but there are still better dice out there. For random arena, very good. I know you need higher dice for the laser effects, but still, it's a good DPS dice. And for crew battle, it's still very good. I think I might try laser dice again in crew battle, who knows. So coming to the first place deck. Why I keep saying deck? Come on, why I keep... You already know. You already knew it. It's Sacrifice. Sacrifice is the best non-legendary Dexes if you compare it to every area in the game. So let's take a look at the areas, and actually let's talk about first what sacrifice does, because I did it with every dice before I get to the evaluation. I cannot pronounce that word. Dang it. Anyway, so when you merge the sacrifice dice, you're getting SP. But that's not the only thing. When the enemy does an assassin to your sacrifice, you gain SP. When the boss, the magician, targets the sacrifice dice, you gain SP. When the knight changes your dice and you have sacrifices on the field and they get changed, you get SP. When the Leo decreases the dice, you gain SP. The only bosses that won't give you SP when they're there are the Silencer, the Hacker boss, and the Snake. But the other three, they will give you SP when they either touch the sacrifice anyhow, and anyway, or the assassin players will have trouble with that as well. So only that is the only SP dice in the game that gives you so much SP. Of course, the other SP dice are also not bad, but I just want to tell you how sacrifice works. Okay, so now taking the evaluation into the areas. So in PvP, it's good, very good. It's very good, actually. It's very good. Mid game, early game, end game, you see it everywhere. You see it in combo decks. You see it in any basic beginner's deck. You should play sacrifice. Even though you don't have Joker yet, you still can play sacrifice. It can help you lots of situations. But one mistake many players do not play sacrifice with Mimic, because if you don't have, you can play it when you play it in a combo deck, but if you don't have Joker, and you shouldn't merge Mimic with sacrifice, because you're not getting the double SP, you're just getting the SP from the one sacrifice, not like if you have two sacrifices. Okay, now taken to co-op, it's okay. Meta is much better, and sacrifice is a little bit selfish. Where you see mine is also selfish, but mine gives you overtime more than sacrifice. And the other two areas, I'll just say it short, it's very good in the other two areas. Random Arena, PvP, very good. Co-op, it's in the best deck. It's in every co-op deck. You have to play sacrifice. If you don't play sacrifice, you're missing out so much SP. So those were my top 10. I was thinking maybe to do a top 5, but I decided this time to do a top 10 best non-legendary dice. I might do a top 5 legendary dice, because if I do a top 10 legendary dice list, it's almost every of them. Well, we can do a top 10, and then we can do top 5 worst. Then we do the tier list, and the versus meta. I think the one for the voting, I will still do it. I haven't forgotten it yet, but I just need to time with my teammates or with my people in the community for them to do the battles. So anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.